Hello, and welcome to your safe space. A space that's dedicated to you and total and utter relaxation. I want you to begin, as always, by finding a comfortable place and get yourself in a comfortable position, one that doesn't require much effort to be in, because we don't want to add any additional stress here. I'll give you a moment to do that. Assuming that you found somewhere comfortable, we'll carry on, and if you need to take a little bit longer, feel free to pause and return when you're ready. Now, life can definitely be stressful at times. And even when we're feeling good and happy, we can still get little bumps in the road. And that's okay and completely normal. I want you to take comfort in the fact that the way you feel right now is normal. And everything is going to be okay. You may be listening to this in order to just relax, or you may be listening if you're seeking a little bit of extra comfort. Whatever the reason, I want you to know that I'm right here with you and I'm not going anywhere. So, what we're going to do is we're going to learn to wash over our bodies with a wave of calm, a wave of relaxation. And we're going to embrace that feeling. Now, this is something that can often take a few times to get right. So don't worry if you struggle a little to start with. The main thing is you're here and you're committed to this journey of calm and rest. It's so important to take care of our bodies and minds and what's going on inside. I always like to think that you never drop your phone and really worry about the phone case. You worry about the phone itself. In other words, we spend time thinking about what's important on the inside of some things, and yet when it comes to ourselves, we can be a little lackluster in that department. We find ourselves so caught up in our external appearance and what others think, and instead we should just be grateful for what we have and that we're living and breathing and we're able to be present in this moment. So, when we begin this journey together, it's important to be aware of your body in its current state. If you'd like to focus on just the physical elements of your body, that's fine. And if perhaps you're a little bit more practiced in the art of meditation, then feel free to focus on the mind as well. But I want you to do a full body scan. Imagine yourself in an X-ray machine, and don't worry, it's a nice one. Nothing scary, I promise. Just imagine yourself stepping into this machine and almost having an out-of-body experience. You're able to see the X-ray live as it happens and as it scans up your body. So let's begin right at the bottom with those feet that work so hard for us every single day. Let's assess how they're feeling. Are they feeling a little bit stressed and tense? How are they looking in this body scan? Take a moment to just become aware of your feet and your toes. Good. Becoming aware of ourselves in this way gives us an element of control. And whilst it's important in life to be able at times to let go and lose control, because often that's when we discover more about ourselves. When it comes to unwinding and relaxing, it's a good start to become more aware of yourself. And I often find this brings a little bit of comfort, knowing that no matter what is going on, what external noises there may be, perhaps what stresses there are in your household or at work or college or school, being able to take control of yourself to better yourself and ensure that you're able to relax is a really wonderful thing. You're doing so well already, just being present in this moment. And now, as the X-ray machine, that body scanner just moves on up to those legs, how are they looking to you? You're looking a little bit tired, perhaps, a little bit strained. We don't really take a lot of time to actually assess these sorts of parts of our body. We'll often notice if we have a spot on our face, because it's something we can easily see when we look in the mirror. But often other parts that we can't see, we won't really take much notice of. But you're doing such a good job of this now. How are your knees looking? They work so hard, keeping everything moving in those legs. And as we come up to our thighs, just think about how they're feeling. If you're someone who likes to work out and exercise, you'll know that sometimes the thighs can be a little sore after things like squats, so perhaps you'll be a little bit more aware of them. But if not, just take a moment to take stock. Look and feel how they're doing. And as we move up to the hip zone, let's think and see how that's doing. Perhaps you spend a lot of your day sitting down due to the nature of your work. Or perhaps you just enjoy spending time relaxing on a very comfortable sofa. But whatever the reason for your sitting, know that this is an area that can take quite a lot of strain. We can often feel pain in our lower backs due to sitting, and in this region in general. So just take this moment to just see how it's feeling. Good, good. You're doing so well. Now let's move up towards the stomach area and the waist. Now this is an area that sometimes can feel and look a little bloated, perhaps through food or anything really, unless you have a washboard set of abs and a nice flat stomach. But even then, we can notice changes in our stomach area. And this can be an area actually where a lot of people do feel stress. And especially if you suffer with any type of anxiety, you'll often hear people say things like, "My stomach is tied up in knots." And that's when you're feeling particularly anxious and your stomach can feel very tight and tense. I know that's something that I definitely can feel from time to time. So being aware of the sensation of it is the beginning to learn how to stop that from happening or quickly banish it when it does. Check in around your waist. How's that doing? Depending on your posture during the day, you may not feel much in this area or see it as an area of strain or stress. But sometimes when we don't take care of our posture, we can feel a little bit of tightness in this area, especially around the sides and the back. And as we come up towards the chest area, let's just take a moment to assess our breathing. Our breath is something that perhaps we're not that aware of, because of course it's something that we do without even thinking. However, now's the time to tune in. Try and zone out and pay attention to how you're breathing right now. Pay attention to the frequency Are you breathing quite shallow or deep? Really assess your breathing. In things like yoga and Pilates, things like breathing is so important because it helps to ground you and connect you more with your core, and just allows you to really connect with yourself. It's something really that we take for granted because a lot of people do struggle with their breathing. So let's take this time to just feel how we're doing. Is your breathing happy breathing? Or is your breathing a little more rapid, a little bit more stressed? If so, that's okay. You're safe and you're in the right place. Your breathing will slow and relax as you allow yourself to relax. And now as we move up to the shoulders and neck, let's think how they feel. How are they doing on the body scanner? How are they looking? The neck is an area that can feel particularly tense. A lot of us now are often glued to our devices or our screens for many hours of the day without proper stretching or breaks, meaning areas like the neck can really become quite tight. So just take a moment now, and I'm not going to ask you to do anything, but just take a moment to just imagine that neck just melting, just really melting into those shoulders, letting go, allowing those shoulders to just drop. Good. You're doing so well. And now let's come up to your head. How's that looking? How's your mind feeling? How are the features on your face looking? Are you looking quite stressed and tense? Or are you feeling quite neutral and calm? Let's take a moment to just think about that. Good. Sometimes, without even knowing, we can have a lot of tension, especially within our faces. We can be frowning without realizing. We can be screwing up our eyes, or perhaps making some kind of expression with our mouths, all without really being fully aware. But when we take the time to actually really relax those facial muscles, you'll feel this wave of calm just come over you. But we'll focus on that in a moment, don't worry. And of course we can't forget the arms. So let's take a look down those arms to those lovely hands. How are your arms doing? How are they feeling? You do so much with them without, again, being fully aware of the strain that we put on them. Really assess how they look in that body scan. Do you sense any aches and pains? Any tension? Any tightness? And how are those hands looking? For me, the hands can often be an area of tension, especially when stressed or when doing a lot of typing or writing or even texting. Take a moment to just look on that body scanner and see how they look. Do they look relaxed? Do they look a little bit tense? Uncomfortable? Really take stock here. And finally, let's take a look down our back and down that spine. An area that, if we're completely honest, we don't really think about. And yet our spine is so important because it's what's supporting everything on us. And yet we don't really take the time to assess it, to stretch it out, to ensure that it's fully comfortable. So let's just take a moment, let's see how it's looking. Is it looking nice and elongated and straight and stretched out? Or is it looking a little bit tight, tense? Just take this time to just really see how it's doing. You've done so well. And I want you now to step into a very special room for me. It's a room that is dedicated to calm and rest, and it's a room for someone who has shown that they're able to connect with themselves. And as humans, we can often feel uncomfortable about doing things like this because it feels somewhat self-indulgent. But one of the most important things and healthy things that you can do is take control of your mind and body and really take stock of what's going on. So I think you deserve to go into this room. So let's leave the X-ray and body scanner behind. Let's enter the next room, our final destination of calm. Do you feel that? Like a warm summer breeze. Just drifting over you. This is the place where that wave of calm is just going to sweep over you. you've taken the time to see which parts of you could really benefit from this wave of calmness. And you are fully entitled to feel completely relaxed and rested. Everything is okay. I want you to sense this wave just coming over your toes. It feels nice and warm yet refreshing, as if it's simply washing away any pain, discomfort, tension, or anything that's just keeping you from being fully relaxed. And allow this wave to sweep further over you, those legs and knees and thighs. And as it does, you feel so comforted and almost renewed. That feeling of freshness, and almost like you're shedding how you felt. Any tension that is just drifting away as the wave falls back to the floor. And as it sweeps over you, it takes away anything that's bothering you. And just allow yourself to embrace that. This gentle wave of calm and rest. You deserve this feeling. You deserve this level of calmness. This feeling of almost security, that you are safe in your body and mind, and you are in full control. And this wave is washing everything that's bothering you away. And as it drifts away, it sweeps away all those problems. And as it sweeps over you, again, it's just allowing this renewal process to happen. It's giving you this fresh start, this chance to start again, this time to renew and allow yourself to just be calm and still. And as the wave just sweeps over the rest of you, you feel the sense of relief. Your breathing has steadied. You feel in control and calm. You feel happy and comfortable. Look at what you've achieved in such a short space of time. You are renewed, refreshed, and you have the opportunity now to start again, to feel renewed in your body and mind. All your problems have been swept away with this wave. And you feel finally calm and relaxed. And with that, I feel confident and happy to leave you to further drift off into the land of relaxation. But I am so happy and thankful that you've joined me. And remember that I am always here should you need me. Stay well, stay calm.